Think about your life today. You create your life and yet you are stressed. It gets hectic. You are choosing the familiar, the struggles, the frustrating pace in your stressful life. And you find yourself off balance, not paying enough attention to important areas of your life. So with that said, let me go ahead and ask you these three questions for you to reflect on. Have you noticed how much stress is affecting you, even as it takes a heavy toll? What would your life be like if you were responding effectively to life stresses? And my last question for you, what is it you are waiting for to power up your attitude and celebrating the unending gift that life offers you? The gift of perpetual renewal every breath of your life. Yes, your life. Friends, it's very messy sometimes. Think about it. Tangled with many obstacles to overcome, stressors to manage, and bottleneck to break through. See, while you need to have drive and focus in your business and your job, if you are going to get things done, taking this too far, you know what can happen? Can lead to frustration and intense stress. With that said, adding insult to injury, you know what happened to stress? Stress may even have a self-perpetuating effect. That is depression and heart disease. For example, are not only the result of stress, but also causes of more stress. Listen, friends, is this the life you have chosen? The life you truly want to live? At what point, think about it, at what point did you end up working in a constant state of emergency and believing you cannot get anything done without it? Think about these questions. Let me repeat the last question. At what point did you end up working in a constant state of emergency and believing you cannot get anything done without it? See, this belief is destructive. It's not constructive at all. It spreads crisis, consciousness, and heightenedness, stress level. It heightens your stress levels. You end up unable or unwilling to stop and draw a breath. Stop and think calmly about the overview or about the different choices you may have. Over the long term, such stress builds up. This long-term accumulating stress results from the buildup of demands and lifestyle changes. This is the chronic or drip by drip source of stress. Not only do you suffer from the physical effects of stress, my friends, I'm afraid to tell you, you're dying because of it. So now, with that said, what will it take for you to create a life of passion, a life of significance, a life of meaning? Yes, what will it take? Were you unwillingly drafted into blaspheming against your own nature? Think about these questions. Your world is a reflection of you. And if the view in your mirror does not elicit a certain spark, maybe it's time for you to question the underlying assumptions. And then you can commit to get the tools you need to move out of the problems and into the possibilities for your life. This is the time for you to wipe the slate clean. This is your life. Yes, your life, and it matters. It matters so. And you are also You are also an incredibly sophisticated, subtle, and open-ended work of art. My friends, I urge you to discover an effective approach. That approach that would lead you toward getting what you want out of life. This is the time where you need to do the work. You need to do the work that needs to be done and create the life you want purposefully. I want you to think about this for a moment. Think about it. It is not living that matters, but living purposefully. I want you to dare to reach whatever failures you have had in the past. They do not need to be with you one day longer. No matter how you feel right now about yourself, you can make a decision right now, a decision to become more of who you really are, to discover a whole new way of being alive and live up to the true promise of your own life. That is to celebrate the richness of life, to create what you do from who you are. Yes, your life, your moment, and your reason to achieve a well-balanced life. And you just need to be humble enough, loving enough to yourself to accept help and start taking inspired step toward a well-balanced life and becoming effectively responsive to life's stresses. See, at the end of the day, a well-balanced life offers you something beautiful. It offers you the opportunity to find harmony with everything that comes to you. Yes, that's what happens when you have a well-balanced life. It is the space for new possibilities, which in turn will make your life more fulfilling. So, what would it take? What would it take for you to notice when you are not taking care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually? What will it take? With that said, I want to thank you. Thank you for tuning in to this free Google Hangout on Air and Inspirational Call. A call to your dedication and your commitment to make the inner and outer changes needed to end the cycle of stress in your life. Please note that this call, this conversation, this talk is not a coaching session, not at all. And it's not an interactive virtual seminar, no. And I hope the ones on the phone, please be kind and gentle enough to put your phone to mute. And I will let you know when to turn it back off. And now, I invite you to take note. Take note. And I will take your questions at the end of this talk. Take note. So welcome. My name is Windsor Lento. To my main role it's enhancing lives as a certified life coach and project manager. I'm also a businessman. My business is about creating value, transforming people and changing lives to life expansion, purpose-driven coaching. Here's something else I want you to know about me. I am a dynamic stream of experiences that are alive in every moment. I am the human who chooses to open the door for understanding and harmony in order to live a life that is orchestrated by my integrated mature spirit. Yes, I am a lifelong learner. Friends, what's more, I learn the most from the people I help. Whether you like or dislike, agree or disagree with what I am sharing with you this evening, I would love to hear from you. I want to get to know you better, learn from you, and find out what you have learned today. to begin this interaction, I will be honored if you would email me at windsorlifecoach@gmail.com and share with me your thoughts and any question that you may have regarding my work and as a life coach, or any question regarding this talk today. I will do my best to respond within 48 hours. And you're also welcome to visit my website at www.windsorlindor.com. I look forward to our new friendship. So to start, the series of talk on stress deeply reflects my approach to becoming stress resilient, as well as my work as a life coach. I have spent over 20 years studying psychotherapy and participating in many kinds of psychotherapy and personal and spiritual growth workshops. I have also read a lot of self-help and psychology books, and it was not until I purposefully, listen to this, until I purposefully committed to myself to putting that knowledge into action and participating the techniques I learned and practicing them and developed that I actually saw positive change in my life. Friends, are you ready? Are you ready to have this added edge in reducing relational stress and have a positive plan for your future? Yes, are you ready? I hope you are. Because if you are at a point where you can honestly admit that you are not doing anything to purposefully manage your stress in a healthy way, or if your current approach is not working well enough for you to see positive results, ladies and gentlemen, I urge you to investigate what practical strategies that will help you to end the cycle of stress and significantly decrease worry in your life. I would be happy to answer your questions or concerns at no charge. I will not charge you regarding these tools during any time from Monday to Friday. My office number is 831-324-4653. Friends, note, this talk and stress management tools are not intended to be substitute for medical advice. No, please be aware of that. Nor do they offer specific remedies to stress-related illness. No, they are not, again, remedies to stress-related illnesses. Please contact your doctor. Contact your doctor if you feel you need medical advice or treatment for your stress. However, to get the most out of this series, I suggest that you suspend as much as possible your personal interpretation of my words. You are also asked for a heartfelt commitment to unlock your full potential for changing your life for the better and responding effectively to life stresses. I trust at the end of this talk today, you will choose to give yourself permission and get the help you need to respond effectively to life stresses. Within these thoughts, the way of changing your life for the better extend its open doors for you, friends, to end the cycle of stress and significantly decrease worry in your life in order to change your life for the better. As I also trust, by choosing to be part of this conversation today, you have accepted the responsibility and commitment to do the work that is needed in order for you to respond effectively to life stresses. Yes, to respond effectively to life stresses. You know, if you take a moment and reflect about stress. Stress, it arises in your life as a sign that things are not in balance. I said again, stresses arises in your life It's a sign that things are not in balance. It is a natural thing. Believe it or not, it's natural. It is okay. It's a natural indicator that tells you it is time to take action. Guess what happened? If you ignore it, the situation only gets worse. When you determine the root cause of the stress, you are called to reduce it. Yes, reduce it as much as you can, as much as possible. And you will also need to learn the specific strategies on living your authentic life. You can't manage stress when you are not living your true self, and more towards more of what you love to do. It's important. You may not always feel like it, my friends, but the choices are yours to make. Actively choose to find the strength and courage to invest in improving the quality of your own life by responding effectively to your life stresses. You see, beneath the surface of your ego's limitless cravings, your authentic desires are waiting patiently for you, my friends. They're waiting for you to acknowledge, to claim, and express themselves. See, your true desires compel you to grow, evolve, and move you closer to your highest potential. That is to bring forth your soul's desires. It is the spark, my friends, that illuminates your innate creativity and vision. It will unlock your full potential. There you could become stress resilient. It is also important to learn excuse me. It's also important to learn how to recognize when your stress levels are out of control. You have to be in a place where you can tell that. The most dangerous things about stress, my friend, is how easily it can creep up on you. It's just like it just showed up one day. Whoa! What happened? You find yourself getting used to it. It starts to feel familiar. You wake up every day. You think it's all good. It feels normal to you. You don't notice how much it's affecting you. You have no clue. Even as it takes heavy toll on your life. The signs and symptoms of stress overload can be almost anything. The stress affects the mind, it affects the body and behavior in many ways. And everyone, every single human being experiences stress differently. Stress doesn't always look stressful. I'm sure you're aware of that. Nevertheless, it doesn't matter. What matters is responding effectively to life stresses. It will take you courage and introspection, and it begins by your commitment to live your best life. I said again, responding effectively to life stresses takes courage and introspection, and it begins by your commitment to live your best life. This will require you to take 100% responsibility for your life. You know what happens? When you do this, I guarantee, I assure you, something special happens. When you take 100% responsibility for your life, something beautiful happens. When you accept that for your behavior and all your results, it means refusing to give away control of your life or fall into the traps of blame, victimhood, or apathy. Ladies and gentlemen, taking 100% responsibility is not easy because it's human nature to pass the buck. It is also not always easy to change behavioral patterns, as you may have found yourself blaming others. However, ladies and gentlemen, when you take 100% responsibility for your life, you will commit to get the tools you need to wash away toxic stress in your body. You gotta get rid of it. You can't just talk about it. You gotta do the work to get rid of the stress the toxic stress in your body. Meditation is one of these tools, and just as stress affects health, meditation affects health positively. I said again, meditation is one of these tools, and just as stress affects the health, meditations affect health positively. Meditators, there was a study made a while ago. Meditators have 50% less cancer and 80% less heart disease. Of course, these individuals, the statistics refer to those who meditate every day. See, meditation and working prayers and stress relief can calm your mind and body. You can also get insight and intuitive guidance. Friends, these will release all kinds of tension. Whatever you choose, my friends, the important thing is this: do it every day. Stay well. To stay well, prevent illness, and sometimes even reverse it. Please do it every day. Another critical technique you can use to take 100% responsibility is to embrace forgiveness. Yes, embrace forgiveness. So that brings us to these questions then. How are you responsible for the creation of conflict, interpersonal difficulties, resistance, tension, and fear in your life? Let me repeat the question again. How are you responsible for the creation of conflict, interpersonal difficulties, resistance, tension, and fear in your life? Ladies and gentlemen, can it also be true wholeness? Yes, wholeness. Your center is the foundation of your being, and nothing can oppose you. Maybe what arises as an adversary in your life comes from within you. It is important to see the relationship between thoughts of fear, lack, and the inability to let go of the past, and how they manifest themselves as experiences appearing as if someone or something is against you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It is time for you to take 100% responsibility for your fear-based action and the hurt they may have caused. True, the world is a place of competing tension and stressors. But these forces, friend, are not a power over you. You know why? But before I go there, let me tell you this. The interpersonal difficulties are dynamic energies within which you can move authentically and appropriately, so long as you remember, listen to this, as long as you remember that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. Thus, as a spiritual being, these forces are not against you. However, when you find yourself in conflict with interpersonal difficulties, resistance, stress, and fear, you may want to examine how you choose to understand your life experience. Perhaps this is your major contribution to the quality of your own life. Your explanations, your assumptions, your judgments, they mediate how you relate to any given situation. So, with all that said, let me offer a personal perspective in reference to forgiveness. From my end of the world, I choose to look at forgiveness from 2 points of view. And they are: one, For me, forgiveness is my ability to respond, and it releases me from the bounds of being a victim. That's what forgiveness did to me. And number two, if I let go and move on, my mind is clear to concentrate on what I desire in my life. With true heartfelt forgiveness, I eliminate the dysfunctional thought patterns and free myself from constantly re-experiencing the emotional pain from the past that may be the cause of my stress, you see. I'm also aware, excuse me, I'm also aware that forgiveness cannot happen unless I am willing to commit myself to make it happen. You see, forgiveness is a process that requires prayer, meditation, work, and courage. It also begins by realizing that you are only human. Yes, you are. Don't be so hard on yourself. Forgiving others by realizing that they also are humans. And they are. Learn the language of letting go and of forgiveness. Learn the language of letting go and forgiveness. Be serious about your life fulfillment and find a means to choose an attitude that will steer you to start the process of forgiving and eliminating the energy patterns that keep guilt, shame, interpersonal difficulties, resistance, tension, and fear from remaining the dominating forces in your entire being, my friends. Your efforts to let go and free yourself from emotional pain will contribute to your success on becoming stress resilient. Becoming stress resilient is also a call for you, friends, to take up activities that go beyond some simple stretches in order to keep fit. You must take activities that will address your mind, your body, your spirit. It is a great way to respond effectively to life stresses. At the entry point, at the beginning of responding effectively to life stresses, you will learn to breathe correctly. Yeah. To breathe correctly. There you will direct your attention away from the stresses. You will concentrate on your breathing. Their stress will begin to flow away with each breath. Responding effectively to life stresses is a challenging process, my friend. I know that. You know that. It's a challenging process for life-changing results. However, if you are not committed, I said again, if you are not committed to overcome fear and anxiety, if you are not committed to unlocking your full potential for supporting lifelong happiness, satisfaction, and significance, if you are not committed to reducing stress in your life, living your best life, making the most of your life, responding effectively to life stresses is probably not for you at this time. I'm going to take a moment. We have a person on the phone. Can this person be gentle, kind enough to put their phone into mute? I would appreciate it. Thank you. So with that said, if you have enough of the way things have been for you and want to break out of the old mold that has kept you from significantly reducing worry in your life, you may want to know more about the mind, the body connection as it relates to stress. You may want to take 100% responsibility for your life and take the road to change your life for the better. You may want to open your mental eyes and behold the treasures house of infinity. Get the tools you need, my friends, to respond effectively to life stresses. With all that said, there is a prerequisite to respond effectively to life stresses. Yes, there is a prerequisite. That means it calls for a heartfelt commitment to bring harmony to your life and a desire to get into the mindset of being enduring rather than fearing. No excuse. Step out of your comfort zone today. Face your fears. Be serious about unlocking your full potential for supporting lifelong happiness, balance, and success. It is up to you. I have someone still have their phone off mute, and I could still hear them. Can the person please put your phone into mute? It is up to you to make certain that you're restoring balance in your life and responding effectively to life stresses each and every day. If not, you are committing slow motion suicide, dying a little inside each day. Friends, I understand. But you also understand life is short. And it is your life. And that short life, you cannot just stick out your thumb and hijack your way to eliminate the distractions like stress, like fear, pain, old wounds, and dead cousins that are keeping you from choosing the pathway to health, prosperity, love, and inner peace. My friends, you must build yourself an arc of courage. Roll up your sleeve. Yes, and do the work that needs to be done in order to cultivate balance and harmony among all aspects of your life and bring you true happiness to change your life for the better. So, with that said, my questions for you, how often, think about this, how often have you set limits for yourself? How often have you set limits for yourself that really constrain your ability to significantly reduce worry in your life? Friends, if you want to change your life for the better, then learn to be and speak in a way that reflects positive and purposeful feelings. Take a stand. Take a stand with a renewed attitude, purpose, and being. An invitation to look into the mirror of your soul and accept the call to be responsible and creative rather than reactive. It also a commitment call to your personal best, day in, day out, in order to change your life for the better. You see, this is your choice. The choices are yours to make. You see, you have both the ability and the responsibility to make better choices beginning now. That is, you must motivate yourself to actually do it. You must have a proper mindset. The commitment and determination is what is going to make you achieve your goals in responding effectively to life stresses. See, from my perspective, your reason for existing or for your reason for existence is to live an amazing life, isn't it? There's only one life. You're not coming back. This is it. So I'm hoping, let me rephrase that. I trust you will choose an amazing life. I trust you will choose to live a purposeful life. That starts with having a meaningful connection with yourself and having a major insight into your purpose in this life. Why are you here? You need to have a major insight into that purpose. It is time for you to think of yourself as the majority shareholder in your life and embrace the fact that you were born to succeed. You were born to be happy. You were born to be joyful. You were born to conquer all difficulties, regardless of how you appear to other folks. You are free. You are free to find the trust to actually change your life to one in which you can choose to respond effectively to life stresses. It is also time for you to be seduced by the attractiveness of your goals and dreams. Yes, it's also certain to change your life for the better and make it matter is to take purposeful action, and you will be called. Yes, when you make that decision, when you make that commitment, you will be called to realize that you are not ruined. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not defective. No, you are not defective goods. You will be called to let go of self-defeating behavior. You will be called to know your role and responsibility to be accountable for yourself. You will be called to excavate your authentic self and find the choice that elicits positive energy. You will be called to find the means to become motivated. You'll be called to move forward on purpose. So the question remains, how do you change your life for the better? Yes, the questions remain, how do you change your life for the better? How can you achieve anything if you are not 100% committed to its accomplishment? Friends, I am certain you will agree, you choose this life. Now seriously, this is your life. It is your responsibility to respond effectively to life stresses by being 100% committed for significantly reducing worry in your life. You gotta do this. You gotta reduce worry in your life. That is, finding solutions to motivate yourself is probably one of the most important parts of making the first step towards changing your life for the better. You also need to do the work that is required for you to unlock your full potential, for supporting lifelong happiness and balance. You see, the art of changing your life for the better and respond effectively to life stresses will happen only then, when you are ready to do the work and never stop. You cannot stop. It does not matter how slow you go, as long as you don't stop in changing your life for the better. Don't stop. With the proper motivation, you will be called to feel that you have that special power to manage your stress and the determination to respond effectively to life stresses. This cannot happen without reclaiming ownership of the context of you and your power to take 100% responsibility for your life. Friends, make no mistake. The process of changing your life for the better requires your dedication and your commitment to change your attitude. You have to change your attitude about change into a change expert's belief system that emphasizes success over fears. With that being said, you are now ready. Yes, you are. I hope you are able to take note or at least reflect on what I'm sharing with you tonight. That now at this moment that you're ready to move forward, you are ready to make that special big step that will change your life for the better. See, because the answer to your most pressing questions about making the inner and outer changes needed to change your life is to take action. No, not action, purposeful action. Taking purposeful action and you will notice results. I guarantee you. By taking not action, purposeful action, you will notice results, positive results. Do not give up. Do not give up and say yes to the process of investing in yourself in order to experience greater harmony and change your life for the better. My friends, do not let pride get in your way. Don't let it be in your way of responding effectively to life stresses. To put it bluntly, as you know, I know you know this, stress can kill you. Yes, stress can kill you. It's well documented and proven that stress and illness are linked. Stress can suppress the immune system enough to increase your risk of developing physical illness. However, I can't force you to change because it is your life. It is your choice to reduce stress in your life and get the tools you need to respond effectively to life stresses. So my friends, accept the help that would show you new ways to make clear choices consistently and approach your journey from a soulfulness attitude and embody exuberance in its purest form through letting go and respond effectively to life stresses by being 100% committed for becoming stress resilient. So you want to make sure as well, when you get those tools, you want to make sure these tools you use emphasize a balanced lifestyle approach, which takes into account physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health issues. In concert with these tools, you must practice the detailed strategy as well, correct? I hope. And now you also want to understand the mind, body, spirit, stress relationship. You will need to recognize your unique stressors and how you react to them. You will also need to learn the techniques that mediate the experience of stress and also reduce and reverse its negative effects. And at the end of the day, you need to open yourself to experiencing better health and more inner peace. You see, friends, the remarkable thing is you have a choice every single day regarding changing your life for the better to your attitude toward life stresses. See, you cannot change your past. You cannot change the fact that people will act a certain way. You cannot change the inevitable. The only thing you can do is live in the one strength you have, and that is be responsible for your life by developing the necessary awareness to identify your unique stressors. Then you can understand how you create your own stress. See, being responsible must not be considered as a I should do this. No. Or a trigger for personal blame. Stop blaming. This will only lead to more stress. See, healthy responsibility, from my perspective at least, on the other hand, is an opportunity to participate in your own health and well-being to the fullest extent possible. The good news here, you do not have to do this alone. No, you don't. Get yourself a life coach. This person, he or she can help. Think about it. 99% of the successful people in the world have a coach or a mentor to help them get the most out of life. Once and for all, you may finally release the lock on old programming and be open to living your life with perfect health and inner peace. Know, my friend, know and note that you always do what you have always done. You will always get what you have always gotten. So start today to make your life matter. Do something different. Come on. This concludes our talk this evening. My talk, I have to say. And now I welcome your questions and comments. Before I take your questions or your comments, let me go ahead and offer you those two questions first, okay? And then you could go ahead and turn your mute off, and if you have any questions or comments, I'd be happy to answer them. What would your life be like if you were responding effectively to life stresses? Again, what would your life be like if you were responding effectively to life stresses? What would it take for you to become the person you need to be and to leave the raw edge of inner peace and grace? Let me repeat. What will it take for you to become the person you need to be and to live on the raw edge of inner peace and grace? Now the floor is open, and if you have any questions or comments, please do so. Any questions? The folks on YouTube, do you guys have any questions or comments? Any comments? So it looks like I did a good job. It looks like everybody seemed not to have any questions or comments. One more try. Any questions? Any comments? So friends, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for listening and considering accepting this exclusive invitation to respond effectively to life stresses. Because you make this call today, you are qualified to reach out to me. I will offer you 1 hour of free consultation. And to set up your free consultation, please email me at Windsor Life Coach. I said again, Windsor Life Coach at gmail.com, or call my office at 831-324-4653. Again, 831-324-4653. You're also welcome to visit my website at www.windsorlindor.com. Again, www.windsorlindor.com. Again, thank you for listening. You're welcome. Bye-bye.